Alright. Haven't done this in a while. Wait, like, fucking year exactly, pretty much. Yep, over a year. Great. But in that time, you are now allowed to stream to multiple places at once if you stream on Twitch. Or maybe it was just to YouTube, one of them, I don't know. But now I can stream to both, so people can pick their preference. Because mine is Twitch and I don't really want to stream exclusively on YouTube. But both is nice. Change the right OBS scene. That's the wrong one. That's funny. There we go. So. A while ago now, I put it off for a bit. I got several of these PC Engine duos, and with the intent to replace the capacitors in all of them, because these little tiny surface mount electrolytics always go bad. So I did do one by myself, just on my own without recording it. I think I screwed it, like, I put it all back together, so I can't really, I don't know where I put it to. Actually, is this it? No, it's just, I don't know why there's a disc for testing in it, but there is. Just whatever. So I think this one does boot up, but there is bizarre issues with it. Also, I was completely blind to this board. Ignore it. I was trying out, making, like, just a really basic, S-video circuit, just out of curiosity. And it worked, but, it's not wired up, and I'm not going to wire it up. This was just, like, me testing out, out of curiosity. So there was one that I got very, I opened it up and it looked very odd. And I might get to it, I might not, because I'm probably only going to work on these for like an hour. And then, move on. But I haven't replaced any of the capacitors on this one. So this one's going to probably be the only one I look at and probably won't finish it. But there's, on this one, for some reason, there's a lot of these incorrect capacitors. There's like, it's supposed to be like 47 or 100 or something here, and these are like, these are just 33. And then there's 33 here on top of these, and then 33 on here. It's like someone did like half, they just like replaced a few of them, and then they were the wrong value anyway, so like, I don't know why they, I don't know what happened here. It was kind of bizarre to see, because I didn't expect these to have been opened at all. I feel like there's a date on one, but maybe it was on the other board. It had a lot more replacement, and I stopped opening them at that point because I wanted to get live reactions of those, because they seem to just get worse the more I open. There's 4 of them, and it just seemed to get worse the more I open them. I want to... Uh-oh. How do you do this? Like that. I need to go into another scene and copy something. I forgot to. Let's grab that and that. I think that's right. Capture. Where are these over? Oh, okay. No, that's not gonna work. Whatever. Did I copy it? No. Oh yeah, here it is. Let's interact. Is there sound from it? Should be. Hang on a minute. It should have an audio setting. Why is it not opening audio? Filters. Yeah, I know them. Oh, do I have to? Is that why it's not working? Is it not auto playing? That's silly if that's the case. Interact. Nope, it's playing. Why is there no sound? Whatever. I don't need to play that in OBS. Let me just do it like this. There we go. I should have been doing that while or maybe I never did it with audio. Oh, grab that here. So let's wait for that one. Oh, right. Studio mode. I turned that on so all my changes would be seen. Forgot. Down there. Sure. That's fine. Alright, now, this PC Engine. Oh, my capture card died. Yeah. Or the whole thing froze. What happened? There you go. Alright. I really want to lower this so it's not so bright. That should be fine. Alright, so first thing, I guess I can, I don't remember the order that I did stuff with the first one. What are these? Are these 2.2 or 22? They're 22. Oh, these are 22. I thought they were 2.2. Alright, well I could put these in. How many of them are there? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. God, there's a lot. But yeah, that's why I have this whole strip of them. 15 though, jeez. How many did I buy? 45, yeah, okay, that sounds right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Cut that off. Well, there's 4 of these. I don't know why I bought 45, because that's not enough, right? Whoops. That was dumb of me. Whatever. Alright. And then, I don't care about YouTube comments. I just tear them off the way I tear them off. Now, I really wanted to get to these PC engines sooner than later because I will likely be getting a lot of Game Gears to be repairing, and they aren't for, you know, myself. I'm gonna have to be working on them, so for someone else. These are just me. I just did this out of, you know, I wanted to for fun. That I gotta sit down and get that done. And I want to get the thing that's I already have out of the way. These things suck. Every single one of them, their legs are crusty. So they break off really easily. Ooh, that one's really bad. Didn't look like it from the big pad of solder there. But yep, it was bad. I'm gonna turn up the brightness on my lamp. It's a bit too dark for me. And then I gotta turn down this brightness bad. That looks good. Oh. It's a... These are... PC Engine Duos. They're, a version of the Japanese version of the TurboGrafx 16 Turbo Duo. And they have a lot of bad capacitors. All of them. So, well, there's a revised model of the Duo called the Duo R that's in a white case like the original PC Engine rather than that gray one. And it has a lot more through-hole capacitors, and these were in a lot of 4 Duos and 1 Duo R. And the Duo R, I opened it up. It was really scuff, like it had a lot of scuff marks on it, and I cleaned up the scuff marks, and it didn't seem like it needed any work. Besides that, internally, I looked at like the capacitors. There wasn't any leaking, like obvious corrosion that you know, these really tiny electrolytics cause. Yeah, the PC Engine's game console. Like the I think the story goes is it's hardware designed by Hudson Soft, pitched to Nintendo for a upgrade or like a new Famicom, but Nintendo wasn't interested because they were probably working on deciding to design foundation of the Super Famicom. So Hudson went with NEC to manufacture their own console with the chips that they designed. Let's see. But yeah, the Turbo Duo was the first PC, the first TurboGrafx system that I got from, I think, yeah, that one was eBay. These ones were from Yahoo Japan. And ironically, the 5 Duos, with one of them being a Duo R, that worked totally fine out of the box. Out of the gate, rather. There wasn't a box for it. There's no problem with it. And that lot, I think, was about the same price as the one sold as working. And that one, the first one I got, I sent off to be recapped professionally because I wasn't at confidence level to do it myself yet. I'm getting lucky with these pads so far, because usually these are hard to solder to. I think the wick is probably working well for this, because it's picking up the leftover feet of the capacitors. Yeah, the consoles, like, I love, like, really weird consoles like that. like one that I keep being advised against for obvious reasons, but keep wanting to investigate and pursue is a Jaguar. Just because it's just I find the hardware in it really unique, and I've like looked up how the cartridges work, so I could relatively easily create a makeshift cartridge. Like I was like in the middle of making a makeshift flash cartridge for Intellivision, but I had this just left around on the table. This socket is for a Teensy microcontroller board. Oh, it's right here. But I tried inserting it and removing it, but it has so many pins that it holds on really tight, and it was really difficult to take out when I did try taking it out, and I kind of regret it because those legs broke off, because they're, you know, thin. I guess they're gold, so they're pretty weak. So I'm just doing one value of capacitor at a time so I don't get lost, because I don't feel like pulling up and like looking back and forth at a capacitor list. I'll just... Oh, did I miss that? Yeah, let me get that. Where's my bottle of alcohol? Did I leave it in a bag? Uh-oh. Where did it end up? So, I guess it's kind of funny that this is on my desk. I feel there's some things that I try to look for that I do anticipate being difficult to find replacements for. This, I was, like, over the course of, like, I think a year ago, and then I put it off for a while, I was trying to get a TI-99 4A computer to work without its original transformer that has a lot of weird AC and DC voltages. I think it's actually just AC voltages. So I tried powering it up with like a ATX power supply. I didn't really know if it was working, so I tried like diagnosing it, and it looked like it was the CPU, and I couldn't. It was really hard to tell, but it didn't look right. I also couldn't tell if it was other chips on the board. And eventually, I got back around to working on it like a few weeks ago, and it turned out that I was right about the CPU. This is the CPU that was originally in it, and it it doesn't work anymore. I put a socket in the computer and found one of these on eBay from, I think from Texas, so I guess it didn't go very far from TI's headquarters, probably. There's a reseller, I don't think they were affiliated or anything. But that I expected to be more difficult to find. One of the things that I wanted for a while was a PAL NES chipset, so I could build use a Famicom board to use the PAL chips on, and I couldn't find them for a long time, but when I was actually for a PC Engine, I was buying a RGB kit from a seller in the UK, and they happened to sell spare NES CPUs, so I found those, and they're from the UK, so they're PAL, which is really cool when I noticed it. Let me see. I don't know where my alcohol is, so it's not really that corroded, so I'll just leave the flux. I'm just gonna add more flux from the solder anyway, so it's not a huge deal. I don't know if it's a good idea to be doing it on the larger pad. The ground has a lot of thermal mass, so that solder is taking a bit more to flow. Jeez, tweezers. I don't want to burn my finger. Yeah, it's interesting, like, I don't think eBay really operates in Japan, but there are a lot of times Japanese sellers will post on eBay to sell things to, buyers overseas. I assume is what's up with that. So sometimes, like, that PC engine that I got, it was from a, like, store in Japan that just had a eBay store to sell overseas. So I was able to get that PC engine from there because I wasn't confident about getting auctions yet. I used the buy proxy to get a Saturn from Japan, but it wasn't an auction. It was just a loose Saturn for sale. And it was only, I think, before shipping, it was only $20, which was nice. Usually, I haven't done. I've only done like a handful of recaps. Like I've done one on. I've done one methodical one on a Game Gear, and then one quick and sloppy one with bad like unknown random no name capacitors for myself because I didn't care if my own Game Gear broke, because then I could fix it. Um, and then there's only like a couple, but I replaced the capacitors with my Super Nintendo because I opened it and I was like, there's 6-volt electrolytics, SMD electrolytics in there. I wonder if they're bad. They had a puddle underneath them in their little plastic container when I took them off the board. So I recapped that. And also I recapped that Saturn with the method that I'm going to do with this, which is form the legs of through-hole electrolytics, of the ones that are through-hole. I just bought the ones that were cheaper, and the majority of them, majority of the cheaper ones were through-hole. At least the ones that I decided to do 16-volt rated ones rather than 6.3 volts, because I don't really like using the 6.3 volts because I am scared of them because they're the ones that leak the most. The little the little ones on boards. But like, yeah, like over here, these 47 microfarad, 6 volt, they cause a lot of carnage to the corner of this chip. It's lucky that all these pins are ground, but if they weren't, this would be pretty bad. The CD drive probably wouldn't work. But I think it does actually work. I think that's why that CD was in the case. This doesn't want to move. Come on. Get in a better spot. There we go. Put them in backwards yet, right? Get rid of that solder. That's good, that's good, that's good. One, two, three, four, five, yep. Alright, do that side. Some copper that is exposed. I wanna get solder over it. There we go. I really like... I've worked on some things that have like really bad markings for the electrolytic capacitors, and the silkscreen markings for these I love. I mean, it's pretty common, so it's not really saying too much, but I do really like when they have these markings that are literally in the shape of the base, the plastic base of these. There was a arcade set that literally the only marking, it was a circle, and then there was a white like little bit, like just, I don't know how to describe it. It was basically just like one side of it had a little like hot dog shape that was white. That was indicating the black negative side of the capacitors, and it kept confusing me while I was recapping it. And there was one cap that I think damaged because of it. It was in backwards because it was really unclear. Just like a really simple marking that just kept confusing me. But these are literally in the shape of the... There's like notches around the ends of the positive side. So it basically points to the positive side like a diode symbol, I think. There, I pulled that a little bit far. I smell the fishy electrolyte smell. But it wasn't really that bad in this board, so it's probably fine. I don't like how far forward I moved this one. Oh, that's really hard to get to. Come on. I just want to move it back a little bit because I don't like where I placed it. I left behind the legs from the other capacitors that I removed. Let's place this a little bit better. Yeah, that's better. Nice. Not backwards, right? Alright. So these three. What's the next spot? There. Okay. You know, since this is just gonna give me anxiety for the whole time I'm doing this, I'm gonna move the board around. I seem to always have to remove the volume potentiometer from here because it gets gross from these nasty capacitors nearby it. So I am going to take it out and then put it back on, or clean it up because it's all dusty. Because it's right below like the air vents on the top of the case, so dust gets in here. It always looks really gross for some reason. Besides the dust. Probably just the electrolyte. Just using the wick to spread around the heat, so it might be easier to get it off. I don't want to... I'm taking off now because I don't want to, like, knock it off while I flip the board around and I disregard it and then it breaks, like, the plastic part of the pot breaks off. I don't know how I took it off before, but it wasn't like this. Ooh, yeah, that's why it's not coming off. That pin is so corroded. I'm gonna actually destroy the corrosion with new solder. Try. It's gonna smell horrible. Just gotta sit and wait. Destroying the corrosion yet? It's getting there. There it comes. Yeah. Ugh, yeah, that leg's all black. It's not shiny at all. Yikes. Yeah, big black spot. I really need to find the alcohol before I put that back on. This area's all gross. Cut off this bit. Go. And I can clean that up with alcohol later, and it will be nice and flat to put it back on later. I'm gonna put those caps there first, of course. Now, I can continue. There are other caps that are removed yet. That. Guess not. Actually, is this one... This is an original one, right? Yeah. Get that out. Really, really don't like the tiny 6 amp, or 6 volt. I said 6 amp because that says 6A for some reason. But yeah, I don't like the 6 volt tiny electrolytics. They always seem to do this. See that solder ball. Next one, no, next two. I'll just take them both out. Do this and that one. It smells so bad. I don't like how that... I don't like how these two views look. I'm gonna put some solder through them. Oh, I think they're just gross on the surface. If I wipe this around. Yeah, those views don't look that great. Definitely don't. Ugh, God, that smell. It's like fish food, but worse. Hey, that's cool. I disabled notifications on my phone. I don't know why it... Oh, I didn't. Whoops. Oops. Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna go reset it. Alright. It's right here. Oh. Oh, great. It's a ground plane. Hopefully it won't be too hard to get this pin in. Yeah, nice. Oh, I did miss one right there. Damn it. Come on. There we go. was sloppy. Get rid of that. There we go. Push this down too. So there's 4 more. And they are... Oh god, yeah. I remember these ones. They're very close to these pin connectors over here. I really don't like how close these are. But I've done it before, so no reason I can't do it again. That's terrible to look at. That went well. No. Hello. Really tricky. Act of getting this in here just right. This is gonna be like impossible to take out if I fuck it up, so I gotta push that in perfectly. Brilliant design, NEC. To be fair, they significantly improved this PCB layout when they made the Duo R. The stars of the show, the Hudson chips are not on the bottom of it anymore, on the R. They're actually on the top, where you can see them. Not that that matters. Alright, now the other one, which is probably way easier. It's not rubbed right up against it. Oh, great. Okay, yeah, I don't know what's up with these capacitors. I don't know who put these here, but they're breaking off. Did they break the... I can't tell if they broke the pads on... Oh man, I'm gonna have to reflow the solder on all these surface mount things, because the corrosion from the caps. On all the PC Engine duos, for pretty much, if you know anything about the Game Gear, it's a similar case with them where they have a lot of surface mount small electrolytic caps that all go bad and leave, you know, corrosive electrolyte behind, which is ideal to fix. So these were in a lot of PC Engines that I got on Yahoo Japan, and I just bought them because I wanted to restore some and sell them off, because it's a cool console that I want to be more accessible. I think I'm gonna actually go like this. Oops. Yeah, that was a lot easier than the other one. It's rubbed right up against this pin header. Really questionable design. To be fair, these surface mount things are all going to be placed on the board first, and then the through-hole stuff, but it's not great for serviceability. The solder joint doesn't look great, but it doesn't look great in my other one either, and I don't feel like removing this whole thing just to make that look pretty. Right. Two more. It's these two. Look at these cans. What did they say? 6A. Yeah, they all say 6A. Okay. Easy. Alright, what time is it? Yeah, I think I'll go for another half hour, because I still want to head down to the arcade where I'm gonna get those Game Gears to work on. And I also want to... I was fixing some Super Nintendos. I brought home their back planes because their AC jacks the center pin broke off because the plastic on Super Nintendo's, for some reason, is really brittle sometimes. So I was gonna replace them with a more standard barrel connector like this one. Which actually, I'm just gonna throw this in my bag right now so I don't forget it. Yeah, this was... I anticipated this to be a shorter stream just because it's the first one that I've done in a while, and it took me a while to set up 2 OBSs running at the same time, because for some reason I was having the second one that I opened do YouTube, and whenever I tried to start streaming, it would just crash. I don't know why, but when I opened the first one, set it to YouTube, and then streamed to YouTube, the second one didn't error trying to stream to Twitch, so I don't know. It's probably a better way to multi-stream, but without paying a subscription to something, but I don't know how, and it's good enough. It seems to be working fine. Streams are both healthy, looks like. For streaming, it's just OBS. For camera, it's my phone. For multi-stream, yeah, it's just 2 OBS instances. I also wanted to see if my computer could handle it. Seems to be doing fine. That's funny. One of them says just 4% CPU usage, and then the main one that that's going to YouTube is 13%. But the Twitch one, it's just a virtual camera from the first OBS instance. So it's not doing anything really, it's just taking my virtual camera that's going to YouTube and it's sending it straight to Twitch. I'm gonna get rid of this one too. Like, I don't know who put these here, but the other one, I can't wait to show the other PC Engine because it seems in a lot weirder shape. I don't know what went on with that one. I commend the person trying to fix PC Engines, but they definitely weren't doing it correctly. I'll get rid of these other ones because they're on actual electrolytic pads. They're not on the. I don't know why they had jumped like 33 micro on these 2 surface mount ceramics, but I'm worried that one's thing broke off, so hopefully it didn't. It's hard to tell because of the damn corrosion. Alright. I think I got all of... Oh no, there's 2 more. Yeah, I removed them. I decided them on. Grab them. Like these silk screen for the little electrolytics make it really easy to align them without seeing the actual solder pad, because it just outlines the plastic bed. I don't know what you want to call it. It's probably a proper term for it. I keep forgetting the word that I decided to use for it, so I keep calling them something different every time I refer to them. Alright, those are all the 22s. Now, I think I'm gonna do the hundreds, and I think the hundreds are through holes that I have. These ones, what are these? 4.7. So I have. I put 100 electrolytics in here, but I don't know. Or I put 100 surface mount electrolytics, but I don't know. I don't know what voltage rating they are. I messed up with that. I don't know why I threw them in this bag without marking that somewhere. But I'll just use the through-hole ones I have in here. How many are there? I'll do these 4. There's a few more, but I'm just gonna do them. And then I'll stop for now. Yeah, I kind of daydreamed about the PC Engine for a couple years, because I was like, I was a kid and I didn't really have that much money, so I was afraid of spending or investing in one. But the duo that I got, I think the first duo I got, I think, was somewhere around 130, and the nice thing about it was, while I saved up for a flash cartridge, I could play anything I wanted on the CD drive. And then later on I got a EverDrive, so I could play the HuCard games. This is bothering me. Let me get rid of this. There we go. Okay, so this thing here. Here. This little squat capacitor is a super cap that I don't exactly know how they're made compared to normal electrolytic capacitors, but they always say their rating in farads. It says, rather than microfarads, so it says 0.047 farads. And what it does is I guess it charges it like it's a battery, kind of. And some chip somewhere, these might be RAM for the CD, but it saves the memory for basically it takes the place of the big 10 Nokoi save RAM device for the original PC Engine. So instead of using AA batteries, it just has this, and it stores a charge for like a really long time. It's really an interesting way to do it. And it kind of makes me wish. Actually, you know what? It makes me wish Sega did this in the Saturn instead of a coin cell that does the date and time and your save data. But I don't know, maybe that was their way of getting you to buy a save a save cartridge for Saturn. I almost went to rip this off now. I'm gonna get rid of this. Yeah, I think a lot of CD games kind of just ended up always saving to it because all the duos have this, so might as well use it. I don't know if the original PC Engine CD attachment had save RAM that was backed with a super cap, or if that was first put in the Duo. Come on. Thanks. Just gotta wiggle it off now because it's not twisting off. Yeah. Bit crusty on its bottom. Bit of plastic from the base. Get rid of those. Don't want those shorten stuff out. Come on. Just brush that out. So those two are good. Now, I can show how I... Oop. Oh, yeah, I used to have them like little on-screen notifications set up for Twitch, but that was, you know, like over a year ago. I didn't really have a lot of time to set up nice things like that. I didn't have it set up for YouTube. If I had it already set up for YouTube, I would have tried adding it, but I can consider doing that for next time I work on this, because I'm definitely going to do this again, because I'm only going to get a few of these capacitors done. But this is how I kind of, for like when I'm using through-hole caps on surface mount positions, I loop them up like this and just do it pretty quickly, like just zoop, zoop, and then you can position them a little better if you wanna. And then just make sure the side is correct. And I basically do the same thing with the flat legs of the SMD caps, and I just insert it and clip it off. It's a little... Oh, it didn't solder all the way. Whoops. Yeah, I probably... With these crappy pliers, I'll clip them off first before I solder them down. If you have better ones, then you could probably get away with it, but... Mine suck. Yeah, it's a good way to get the legs really close to the pad, so you can solder them just like SMD ones. They just stand up taller. So if it's... because this happened with a Super Nintendo when I was recapping it. Like a first model one. They can obstruct things that sit on top of them. These heat sinks are like a good way to tell that there's plenty of vertical space, besides these bodged on capacitors that were already in here by someone. But yeah, there's no real problem with vertical height. You just don't want, like, you don't want big long legs like that. But yeah, in the Super Nintendo that I was doing, I didn't notice that the cap was a bit too tall for the sound module. In the early models, they have a sound module that plugs in on the top right corner of the board, and then later ones have it on the board directly, because it was, you know, more expensive to do it that way, and there wasn't too much of a reason to. Just looking over it, but they're pretty wrapped around in solder. Also, I don't know what this one was. C322. I'm gonna check that. I might have it saved. Oh, I do. I have it open right here. This was from a while ago, so I'm surprised I have this open. I need to go to the page that it's used in. And it's C322. It's a 22 micro, okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't a 10, because I'm doing 10 right now. So, it's not really, you know, it's not that bad that there's a 33 here. It's, like, close enough. And this is probably just filtering power, so, like, whatever. But, like, I don't know about these ones. These might have been, like, 100 or something. Well, maybe not, because those pads are pretty small. But these might have also been 22. And I'm gonna spoil it for the next one that I work on, because this is probably gonna take a while. The next one, I don't know why. Instead of the two capacitors that were right here... Actually, I don't think it was the next one. I think it was the one that I fixed, and I left them because they were the only things on the board that looked out of place, and I thought that it was factory, that they just added it retroactively. But then I got to this one and saw these capacitors, like, okay, nope, that wasn't factory. But there were resistors just with their legs not uncut, just, like, sticking up, soldered to these capacitors, and I don't know why. I don't know why they added them. And then the next one after this is even more bizarre, but I'll get to it. Okay, so I got this one. I already did a, fell in here. So yeah, if I have pliers that can't cut very well, I'll line it up like this, so it's like kind of at a slight angle, not a perfect like straight line. So the leg is long and easy to put on the pad. So it just goes out a little bit further than the width of the body of the capacitor. I'm gonna clip it off a little bit. It's left a bit of a flat part behind. And the minus side is on the flat side of the silkscreen. And there's a plus sign on the other side. On that arcade monitor I recapped, there wasn't a plus sign in sight. It was just a little hot dog indicating the negative side. Yeah. Nice and low to the board. And they're bigger cans, so I'm less concerned about them letting loose. Actually, is this the same capacitor? This looks smaller for some reason. Or bigger. This one looks bigger than the other ones. It might have been it actually might have been a batch that I bought like a year or two ago, combined with the batch that I bought to repair these PC engines. That I almost I almost went for that. That is a unpopulated capacitor footprint. And I can tell because there's like a factory flux over the solder on those pads. And also there's solder on those pads and not, you know, it's all flat from me wicking up the solder. Get the one right next to the super cap. Come on. I want to be gentle with it because I don't know how weak the pads may be. Just wanted to break off. Maybe another twist. There we go. Goodbye. Let's wick up that. Also get this one so I can wick it too. Plenty of space to twist this one around. Uh-oh. Yeah. Happens. But, yeah, one thing you want to be careful when you got the cap so low is that you don't want to burn off the insulation around the capacitor and touch one of the solder pads to the inside of the can of the capacitor, because I think like one end can be connected to the you know, one of the sides of the capacitor. You don't want to cause a short that isn't meant to be there, even if that can isn't electrically connected to anything. Alright, I'll put one more. I thought I brought out 2, but I think I brought out 1, or 3, rather than 4. Yeah, I'll put this one in. And next time I stream, I'll definitely have more time, so I'll be able to go as long as I want, pretty much. So I'll just get this one in. All these 22s are in, so I think they're all good. They're not reversed. Whoa! This one is reversed. Good thing I left it over again. It happens. That's on the positive side. I should look at the plus more often, because it's a little more, you know, noticeable. It's like it's like away from the capacitor rather than me trying to look closely at whether or not this line is flat or has the notches on the corners. That one's good. That one is good on the positive side. That's on the positive side. That is. And just this one. Negative side. This one's real easy to get to, which is nice. Good. Alright. You know what? I kind of... I really want to get to corrosion on this chip, but what time is it? Yeah. Alright. I'll leave it for now. Alright. Well, I'm glad those who joined seem to enjoy it. I just stream because I enjoy it, but it's nice to know people are enjoying watching it. So here's it at so far. Just got those. All the 22s are good. The majority of them are gonna be these through-hole ones on surface mount pads, which I really enjoy soldering. And then I can clean up this chip. I cleaned it up on the last one. The last one had corrosion around it, just like this. And besides the smell, it was fun to clean that up. All right. So, thanks for coming.